We're at Mountain Springs Camping Resort in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. We stopped here just for a night as we're going up to Moose Hillock in New York. So this is a nice little campground in an unassuming location. Span around here. We've got a basketball court over here, which is neat. But it's just kind of like, it's like almost in the middle of like a neighborhood. It's right off the highway. It's quiet. A lot of full-timers here. And it was relatively inexpensive for what it is. $75 for a full hookup, pull-through site. We're right next to the pool. Here's the camp store. It says to check in here, but we didn't check in. There wasn't anyone at the gate. Over there is a fishing pond. See one guy over there fishing. Like I said, basketball court. Here's the store. They do sell propane. When we checked in, they had a little piece of paper with a bunch of events that were going on this weekend. It's pretty neat. They had a site crawl, like, kind of like a pub crawl, last night on a tractor, like a hayride tractor type thing for adults. Right there, that window you see in front of me is for ice cream. So they've got their own little ice cream shop. Down here, those windows on the basement, there's a game room for the kids. I'll try to take some video of that when it opens. Got a little bait vending machine right in front of that red shed. They had a taco truck last night, which had pretty good food. I'll clip that in. Here's your bathhouse. Really clean, which was nice. You can see some of these full-time units. It was hopping last night. They had a pool party. Big pool, it's 6 feet at the deep end, 3 in the shallow. And they've got this 0 entry splash pad for the kids. It's not on just yet, but looks like they were out here cleaning it this morning. Overall, we'd definitely come back. It was a nice campground. This is us. Right here. Oh, just beyond that truck. Good sized playground. Our youngest Annie loved the playground. She used it a couple times yesterday. They got a pavilion area. They had a DJ set up there last night for the pool party, which is neat. And honestly, the music was loud, but we couldn't really hear it other than some of the bass, and we're only 2 sites away. Testament to the insulation in the Brinkley, I suppose. But I guess if you're averse to the noise, if you have little ones, you may want to consider that and ask for something a little farther away, depending on the events. So these on the left are the G's. That's site G9. These pull-throughs are the H sites. So this is, I think, H11. Or no, sorry, H13. We're in H12. They're close together, but for one night, overnight, it's nice. It's H11. There's more of these full-time sites. You can see they have decks. Figured I'd give you a walking tour before we left. There's some back ends on the other side. I think those are J. The J sites in the back there. There's a Forest River, Copy and Brinkley. It does look nice from the outside though. That's H8, if you're wondering. So it looks like maybe all this row is full-time sites. But they've done them up really nice. This is G5. Got a little awning, a deck, permanent fire pit, that's really nice. You can see they still had openings. This is mid-July 2025. So these are H4 here, H3, H2, H1 has the Class C in it. And then what's kind of neat is it like butts up right against this neighborhood. I wonder how they feel about it. But overall, it was fairly quiet. They do have a dump station. I don't know if they have spots that don't have sewer hookup. We have full hookups. I will say that's one thing I dislike a little is the sewer hookup had no threads. So even the donut that we used for that type of thing was kind of just sitting in it. So I'm probably gonna have to hold it down with something to dump. But one of the new Camco, sewer pros, I don't remember the exact name. Those would work well for this situation. It's actually the first time I've come across it. Usually it's at least threaded. Doing this early because I kind of wanted to get a view without, there's a lot of kids and bikes and people riding around on golf carts and stuff. But you can see most of these look like permanent sites. These are the E sites. So like this one here is E2. Assuming this is E3. These permanent sites are a little bigger, obviously, but they don't have a lot of grass or anything like that. It's mostly stone. I'm not sure what these ones are. These ones don't have posts. But I'll take a picture of the map, point it out. I'm guessing it's easy to figure out because they're opposite the E's. Nice wide roads. The staff was super nice. When I had called, there was a limit. You had to have at least 2 nights to stay, and I said we would just stop it over for a night. And they accommodated us, which was nice for the one night. These are still E's. I think this is E8, E6. There. The permanent sites are nice. I'm not sure of the price on the permanents. But we did just pass one that was for sale. Alright, so these are F sites. There's F6. You can see us. Again, like in the background here. That's us. But these are nice wide sites over here. F7. These ones on the left must not be permanent sites because there's some open. These ones are kind of set up, it's kind of like a little hill area. You can kind of see if I look this way, with the kind of slope up. So you can see they did need locks. So they're a little unlevel on this side. That one's definitely permanent. They got their own playground. How was the fishing? Nothing this morning?
No, not trying to snag a crayfish. I couldn't even do that.
From the road, you wouldn't know that this campground was so big. Take you over to the pond. They do have laundry. There's your laundry room and your hours. It's right next to the bathhouse. They've got some picnic tables under a canopy there. So you can see they've got more campsites in the back there. Here's the fishing pond. Pretty good sized pond. I definitely wouldn't swim in there. You can see, well, I'll show you, it drains like down point towards the picnic table, or the basketball court, I should say. There's another little area of pond down there. Overall, I mean, there's a dog park area. Really, really good sized dog park area. A bench in there to sit. Small campsites above it. Oh, all in all, like for $75, we've stayed in a few KOAs and those are 90, 100. You get some of those patio sites, they're $120, $130 a night. And this gives you all the same amenities. Again, staff was super friendly. They had a ton of stuff going on with the taco truck and the music, the DJ and the pool party. They were supposedly having a like a smoke off for people to smoke meat and compete. They canceled it early because it was conflicting with the DJ and things like that. I guess they're gonna redo it, but I'm assuming that caters to a lot of the full-time permanent sites here. You know, we don't bring a smoker with us yet. I haven't found one I like that I can fit in the camper yet. See, we're going uphill a little bit here. This is row C and D. Look at this one. How cool is that? That's so neat. Looks like that's T10. I bought my camper to travel, so I don't want it in a permanent site, but you know, if you're from somewhere farther away, it's pretty neat. So this is D14. I think got another permanent fixture there. C13. Looks like they maybe put their deck on recently. There's even an RV repair guy in here. It's a nice plus. Yeah, look at this, how big this site is. I mean, I know it's permanent, but it's gigantic. These guys did it right over here. They got a nice setup. Sometimes you come into these parks that are a lot of permanent sites and they're rundown campers and half fallen apart sheds. And it looks almost like a homeless encampment rather than an RV park. But this one is, they keep it up, it's nice. And it's wooded. You don't see that in the RV resorts anymore. It's usually just a concrete paradise. This unit's for sale. This one's cool because it's so wooded. I'd like a set like that, I think. some more of the C's. These ones are open back to back, so the other row's open too. It's hard to tell which ones that are open could be permanent versus just a weekend warrior type stay. But this row C and D, I mean, if you have Starlink, it's not going to work back here, but the tree cover is nice. Like I said, quiet. It was loud last night, but you couldn't hear it in the camper. But I came out just to kind of check out the pool party like 9:30 at night. And there was a good 30-40 people talking and singing, having a good time, drinking. Music was blaring, and we didn't hear it. And there's more here on this side. These are S. So like this open one is S2. These ones are a little bit smaller. A lot of permanent sites. This is right off I-81 in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Right off the stop there's a Love's, which is nice. So we filled up and then we pulled in here just for the night. So you can see, like, there's the neighborhood and there's the campground. So this is on the right side are the A's, A1. And these are the B's. So that one's B2. You can see like this Raptor, big rig. Got in here just fine. It's nice and wide. Open range. Another big one. Again, that one's permanent, you can tell. Got some heavy duty blocks. It's got the deck, shed. It's cool. You can see all the tree cover. Not a lot of campgrounds like this anymore. Morning. Try not to get people on video that don't want to necessarily be on video, especially at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's B8. That's B9. That's a nice big one, I think, because the trees there. I like how a lot of them on the hill they set sideways like this. So like the awnings come out facing the street. You got the decks facing the street. So up this little path is the T. It says T2 right there. Looks like maybe they're doing some work back there. I'm not gonna walk all the way back there, but that looks got a lot of permanent sites. T's must be a loop. Because there's T7 going that way. There's T8. And then T1 was on another corner, so it must just be a horseshoe. I'll have to look at the map. Loop back down. That's your C&D row that we went through. There's some more T's. Very unassuming campground. I actually found this on RV Life. I was having a hard time finding one in between where I come from, South Carolina, all the way up to upstate New York near Lake George. I was having trouble splitting the difference. I wanted something kind of right off the highway, and it worked out well. It's literally 2 to 3 miles off the highway, if that. Like I said, love gas station right off the exit, right off 81. So easy on, easy off for north or south. And one more view of the pool here. Kids love the pool. Like I said, you're getting the same amenities as a KOA, but $40–50 cheaper. Definitely worth it, especially if you're trying to just make a stop for a night. Like I said, if you try to do it online, it's not gonna let you. There's like a minimum of 2 nights, probably during the summer months. But I called, and she accommodated me no problem. I mean, you can see, obviously, these H sites. There's a number of them that are open. I definitely recommend it. It's a good little campground. Like I said, if the noise is gonna bother you, because the playground and pool, all the happenings kind of happen right here. Maybe pick one of the ones farther away, the lower H numbers. If you want to be in all the action, like H12, H13, where we are, we'll be right next to it. Alright, till next time.